Hello and welcome to Endgame Arts. We're doing another unboxing, another breakdown, another demo. So let's just jump right to it and give you the unboxing. Here we go. Here's the front of it. The side. The back. The inside. The booklet. The colored manual. Way it's supposed to be. A very well made manual. It's all in English right there. No Spanish side or anything like that. There's the flip side of it. It's got a reversible back cover. And there you go. Well, that was Legend of Heroes, the Trials of Cold Steel. If anybody knows, I'm really big in JRPGs. I've played a lot of JRPGs in my life, and from the classics to what we have now. And I've played a lot of bad ones too that just didn't live up. Well, I had to highly recommend Trials of Cold Steel. I have only even touched the iceberg of this game, and I am blown away for how much I am immersed in this game. I am juggling all these great games that's been coming out this beginning of this year. Man, but you need to look up Trials of Cold Steel. I know it's another JRPG, and it's kind of doing the same formula, but this one seems to be doing it right, where it's putting the mixtures of the perfectly together. There's lots of characters, and it's not like a bunch of fan service by my experience anyway. So, and I get a little tired of that stuff, but then it's got a great combat turn-based system. It actually has some kind of thing that I might be so bold to call it like a materia system from Final Fantasy VII, where you put these gems in this land and it boosts your stats and gives you magical powers. And as you train and you do a lot of battles, it actually gets experience and gets stronger, less like materia in Final Fantasy VII. I thought that was pretty good. It's got some interesting storyline where you're a kid at a school. You're kind of doing like, how many JRPGs do we know you're at a school? It seems to be a fad, by my experience. But, you're like some, like, Thor of... It's kind of like some school of military school where they're training classmates to become, like, trying this experiment of system battle link where everyone links together in the system, where everyone fights together, thinks together, and combats together. So you become one unit. Well, they're trying this experiment, and they're trying... These what you start in is some kind of class where they try to learn how to use this new technology. Of course, there is war brewing and stuff like that, which we've all come to expect from these kinds of games, or anything that has war in it. So there's certain systems that go on in place, and there's several interesting characters too. I really am enjoying the palette of characters. Yes, they're generally your anime characters, but then at least there's a mixture of each one, and I appreciate each one. And Reen, the main character, he seems like a pretty good character. I actually connected with him pretty good, and he's really laid back like I am, and doesn't try to get himself into stuff. But he's also very assertive when he has his own opinion. He has to give a point across. So I really connected with the Ring character, and there is a lot of voice acting in the game. I was really surprised by this because JRPG seems to have very little English voice acting at times, like one spur of English voice acting, and then the rest of the game will be just you reading, and then another little spur of English voice acting. No, I came across a lot of voice acting. I was really pleasantly surprised by that. The only complaint I had was that the Ring, your main character, has a voice actor. He does speak for his own voice, but you'll come across occasionally where everyone will start talking, like actual conversation. But then when it gets to you with your bubble that'll pop up with your words, there won't be no voice acting. You have to read what you say. I thought that broke the flow of the game, because then here you have one person talking, then it comes to you, and then, oh, you're not talking, you have to read the bubble. and then you press the X button, and that hey person talks, and it's like, why? You already got the voice actor to do some lines. Why not just have him do those lines with everyone else? Just seemed a little, silly. I mean, like, it broke the flow of, like, you wanted the conversation to continue, but you're like, oh, I gotta read now? Which you never know, because just earlier ago, you were just talking, and now you're not talking. It breaks the flow of the game. Doesn't ruin it, but breaks the flow. And also, I came across, some sound kind of problems here and there, where, like, you attack, and sometimes the sound would delay, like, you go, whoa, whoa, like that, you're like, whoa. There's a slight delay. It doesn't game breaking or anything like that, but it's noticeable. And I did find some kind of stutters here and there, but other than that, I didn't have the game crash on me, freeze up, or anything like that, and it didn't destroy the game experience for me. But it's noteworthy. But the only problem I also have with is when I pop the game in, it had an update. They always have updates, because come on, they can't ever make a game work. Day one. It had a 1.02 update, and this actually told me what the update was, so this is actually kind of important. It told me that it fixed some save problem in Chapter 2 on the train, where the game would, I guess, freeze up anytime you try to save on the train in Chapter 2. So if you're playing this copy, don't save on, if you haven't gotten the update, don't save on Chapter 2. And apparently also the update fixes some spelling errors, which I didn't come across too many spelling errors, so there's a few, but I'm not a typo Nazi or anything like that, or sentence Nazi, or I don't care how you spell your thing. Just make sure I can read it. But there's so much I want to break down about this game, Trials of Cold Steel. I know I've been talking about the bad stuff, but man, I was blown away. It's got like some fishing mechanics where you can go fishing. It has a card game. It has like a battle link system where you can like connect with your characters through like conversations, and if you like do battles and you do a link connect attack, your bond gets closer, and as if you're off school, like your day offs, you can actually spend some quality time with those characters and build up a link stronger. It actually has like a monster guidebook where it's actually got like if you battle monsters, you can learn their weaknesses and stuff, and it actually has biographs about them and everything. And not just monsters, it even has main characters and the main characters. It treats every NPC as an actual character, which they have their own cover artwork, and actually if you go to the notebook, it'll explain stuff about that character. I appreciate those things. That means you go into the details of each character. The battle system was great, turn-based. If you put it on a hard difficulty, man, you better be strategizing, because I was on the hard difficulty, and I had one heck of a time beating one boss in the game. I used everything in my power to defeat him. So if you're first time playing, you might not want to play it on hard, because, whoo, man, just even the normal enemies were a run for your money. Play it on normal, then get a feel of the game and get the understanding, and then when you beat the game, try it on higher difficulties, if you're still interested in playing it. Other than that, I wish I could break down more. It's got like an open world. You can ride a horse in the game for its open world. Its school is a big open world area as well. It's got many shops, many equipment you can equip on. It's got like costumes you can get, which I might be DLC. I have not gotten a costume yet, so it might be DLC or might be one or two costumes here and there. I haven't gotten one, so I don't know, but it does show costumes. But there's so much more I want to talk about it, because I was really getting into it. Now, the graphics are not like state-of-the-art or anything like that, but for what it is, I was pleasantly surprised for how decently these JRPG graphics are. Because I'm a fine line. I like JRPGs not to be so anime-ish, to not like be very, very anime-ish. Just a fine mix between more realistic and being cartoony. Something like Final Fantasy games. They're in a fine line. They're more realistic genre, but they do go a fine line between anime and to realistic, while JRPGs, the common one we know, usually lean more into anime style and less realistic. But that middle ground, I like that middle ground the most. I wish there was more I could say, because there's many things I want to talk about this, and this is just a quick breakdown of the game, and I don't want anybody to overlook this game, because JRPGs are getting a bad rep because they're always like they're copy and paste and they're always the same. So, and yes, this one is not like anything new in the genre. It's got the same thing: fishing, relationship binding, getting together, and spending quality times if you're a guy with the girls, and if you're a girl with the guy. But no, there's no gender selecting. You're always Ring. I want to make no confusion on that. You can't pick a gender, which it would have been nice if they could pick a gender. But I just want to say that this one actually seemed put together right. to the decent style of an interesting, an actual well-made game of a JRPG. I have played many JRPGs in my life, and I have seen a lot of bad ones, and a lot of ones get overlooked. Arcanelico series is one of the ones I say got overlooked way too much. Now, it's really best on the PS2, but I don't want this one to be overlooked. I can see a lot of hard time and love went into the Trials of Cold Steel. Please, please do not overlook this game. The only worst part is that it's only available on the PS3 and the PlayStation Vita. It's not available on the PS4. So I hope to God that they can get enough support on this game that it can eventually get a PS4 release, because many people need to play this JRPG. Like I said, there's so many to get overlooked. So many games to get overlooked. Don't overlook this one, because I can tell you right now, when I saw the cover art and I saw some bits of the gameplay, I knew that this was going to be a JRPG to keep my eyes on, and I was not wrong at all. Look up Trials of Cold Steel. I'll put some links in the descriptions if you want to buy our copy. The collector's edition is actually not that expensive. It's like only $10 more. I recommend you probably buying that one. I wish I got that one. If you like and subscribe, I can do more videos. It encourages me to do better, and I hope you found this video helpful, and give me your opinions and thoughts how to make the video better. I'm always interested in hearing what you guys say. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye!